This is the Cardinal Cowboy Show.
Giddy up! Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here in the Cardinal Cowboy studio. Coach, we've met a couple times here. We're bringing this football thing live to everybody in St. Louis. Are you as excited? Well, you better be excited. You're the head coach, right?
Very excited.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the studio again here with the Cardinal Cowboy. I'm wearing some of my old apparel. This is when I played for the Tupelo Fury minor league football team. This is where I kicked my first 51-yarder. And we're going to talk about how is it more important to have a good kicker or a good quarterback? I'm a former kicker. I'm going to argue the kicker is more important. But on the show today, we've got one of the best quarterbacks. He's not in the NFL at the moment, but man, maybe he will be soon. The St. Louis Bandits they got a new quarterback for their new team. Donovan, I'm going to say it right. Porterie. No, Porterie. I'm going to have Donovan say it now because he's hearing me say this. He's going, these guys can't get it. But he's got a unique spelling, cool name, and we're going to bring you on right now, Donovan. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Donovan to the show. Donovan, how are you, sir? Can you hear us now?
I am doing pretty good, man. How are we doing?
I am super excited to help you. Welcome to the Cardinal Cowboy Show. Right now you can see we've got the coach to my right, everybody's left side of the screen, and we're sitting here in the same shot. And
hey, man, thank you guys for having me on.
We want to know more about what you're bringing to the team, a little of your background and what you're obviously with your history, some NFL experience, some AFL championship style experience. Tell everybody why it is you are most excited to be part of this St. Louis Bandits football team. Is this something we should all be equally as excited about?
Absolutely, man. This was Coach Hunt and the staff that he's bringing together. All the years here. Not only Coach Hunt, but man, you got Lee Johnson, Jamie Martin, quarterback, Saint, Coach Edmonds. I mean, Rob Finley. You got about 80 years of solid experience between the coaching staff, and I'm excited to get to work. As for myself, and I went to the University of New Mexico. I was a 4-star recruit out of Fort Arthur, Texas, the outskirts of Houston, and chose UNM because it was closer to home. Heavily recruited. At UNM, I was an All-American. Won a bowl game. I went to 3 bowl games, but then got an opportunity. Graduated the Detroit Lions, and got a cup of tea, OTAs, rookie camp, through preseason. I got waived right after the last game of preseason, and that's when my arena career started. And so, so I spent the first couple of years in the IFL with the Green Bay, and actually a half a season with the Fairbanks Grizzlies in Alaska. Put up crazy numbers, dominated, and then from there went in. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, keep on going. We can hear you fine. We're doing our changes with our audio stuff here. So if you don't hear us, just keep talking. I'll flag you down. But so yeah, okay. You talked about Green Bay. And lots of great experience.
Yes. So after Green Bay, I went to the Spokane Shotman in Washington. Eric Meyer was the quarterback. It was an opportunity for me to come in and play because he had suffered an injury early in the season. And to the AFL, man, and dominated. And actually, that was the first time I actually got a chance to see Coach Hunt and his team in action in 2014 with the San Antonio Challenge. And if you know anything about the organization, it was down, for years. But that coaching staff, that regime that went in with Coach Hunt, man, they really brought life back to the organization. So, coming in outside of the experience and just amazing things in professional arena football. And this is definitely going to be an exciting experience for me with Coach Hunt, the staff, just because I feel like I've matured into the professional game. And, I've won championships, MVP. I'm out there, together for Coach and running a solid team. And from the recruitment that these guys been doing, oh, my goodness, man, we're going to look awesome out there.
Well, that's why what I say, we are really excited about that as well. And it's just an honor to have such high caliber players coming in at the level we're at because, a lot of people, there's NFL. No, you're good. NFL. Then you've got AFL. You've got minor league. And there's just a long list of talented players. You're good. Can you see us still? Yeah, well, like I said, this audio sometimes.
No, I can see you now. Yeah, I can see you now.
Yeah, so it looks like you're having a little audio, or it looks like connectivity issues there just a little bit. Right. But just keep on plugging. We got if we have to, we'll talk on our end because we got a good connection here. But yeah, I mean, literally, it's gotten to where now it's just such an exciting thing for St. Louis because we got a little taste with the Battlehawks, right? And they're exciting. They did real well up until the COVID issue became an issue, and now we're looking for what the Bandits can bring. I want to ask the coach here. All right, Coach, you're excited. You see Donovan, this guy's a stud. You bring in some awesome talent from all over the country. Tell us, why is it you think Donovan is going to be your guy and with a little bit more of his background that's going to really make this exciting for St. Louis?
Well, like I said, Donovan said earlier, watching Donovan playing, on film, watching him playing in the AFL. He's, like I said, he was with the Detroit Lions. You want players like that around your organization. You want players to come in and play for you. Donovan put up some crazy numbers. I mean, we're talking 10, 11 touchdowns in one quarter. I mean, that's unheard of. We all know that the arena game is a fast game. It's a quick game, versus, outdoor. But Donovan is when I say a leader, when he gets on the field, he's poised. He sees the field well. A lot of these players outside that don't understand the professionalism, and that's the reason why I'm bringing these guys in, like Donovan Porterie, Keenan Mays from Lindenwood. He was in camp with the Dallas Cowboys. Also played AFL. Keenan Mace was also, he's also from St. Louis. I'm also trying to recruit players that played in the AFL so they can come and show the players that we have, in our system what it takes to play on this level and to compete. A lot of guys say, well, they can play this game, but they really don't understand. And that's what we talked about on the show, a couple shows before, taking care of your body and actually training. Donovan is a quarterback. He trains 6-7 days a week. He puts it anywhere from 4 to 5 hours a day in. When you get guys like that, like a Donovan Porterie, and I can continue naming names, but these guys put in the work, and that's why they went to the highest level. And those are the type of players I want to coach. I want to coach players like that. I don't want to coach players that want to come in and just do their own thing. But Donovan Porterie, he is like I say, a leader, and he knows what it takes to win. It couldn't get any better to have a quarterback like that on your roster.
Well, that's when we start talking about having quality players, and you've got talent, like you're bringing on. This is what's I think your biggest asset that you're going to be able to bring to the table here is the fact that you've got just so many top quality players. I mean, a lot of the teams that have come in here, I played for the Monsters, and here I go. I played for the Monsters, and I'm saying we didn't have as many NFL players. Let's just say it like that, and it's true. That's just part of the way. Sometimes you can't have NFL players generally are playing in the NFL, right? But when you've got the connections that you've got, to me that was kind of astonishing because now you're really pulling in so many other guys that are this close. And like I said, when we played, we had a couple guys. But when you've got 13, 14, 16 guys, NFL former guys, wow. I mean, this is going off the charts. Donovan, tell us about it. It's a matter of, can you hear us now, Donovan? We're switching between connections here. I want to make sure you've got a good connection. It looks like it might have froze on us again, but I'll keep talking until you can potentially hear us. Can you get us there, Donovan? Have you picked up to where you can You can hear?
He can
Okay.
hear.
You're back. There we go. We can see you. Can you hear us?
Can you hear us, DP?
Can you hear us, Donovan?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not.
Yeah. Stay right where you're at. You're getting a better connection.
That's a little better.
Definitely. So does it add
There
the
we go.
excitement?
Yeah, that's it right there.
There you go. So the question was, and we were talking about it, you heard some of that. Why is it you're excited? And you mentioned this, but when you really nail it, the coach has got such a reputation, and he's got 13, 14, is it 16, 17 NFL guys?
Yeah.
What's it like to play in the NFL? What's it like to play with NFL players?
Right. Well, the level of detail is just going to be more. That have been at the top, that have done it, put in work, the blood, sweat, and tears. Know that the level of detail, the level of play, the level of leadership, it's all going to be. And having six of us on the team that have actually been there, actually played, whether training camp or the actual season, that's just a huge amount of experience, leadership, and guys that are good players, to be able to play at that level at a high level like that. I'm so
Stable
sorry.
these days. Hey, you're back. Go ahead.
There you go. But yeah, just having 16 guys that have actually played at a high level, whether in the NFL, rookie mini camps or whatever it may be, even the AFL, these guys know the level of professionalism it takes to win, but they're going to bring the leadership to the table for some of the young guys, to actually, be in their shadows, be in their wings, and to teach them the right way. And that's what you want, especially going into a situation where, they're bringing the team back. I knew Coach Hunt gonna, load it up with some great recruiting. And again, the coaching staff, the recruiting of it, it ties, and that's how you get this product. I'm very excited.
Well, hey, DP, I just want to touch on one thing, that you told me a couple of conversations we had. The biggest thing why you want to come to St. Louis, you being a huge Cardinal and Blues fan. Let the fans know in St. Louis.
Absolutely, man. Hey, I love the MLB, man. And so, hey, I'm not sure what is going to be a time, but we definitely got to get tickets to a couple of games, Coach. We in there. But outside of that, it was a bummer this year, man. I didn't really get into the games as much, just because they were eliminating team players because of the COVID,
right.
And it's understandable. But as soon as the regular again, man, I'm definitely trying to make a couple of those games, man.
Well, you're speaking to the right crowd now, because I'm the Cardinal Cowboy,
Right.
And I do get tickets. People ask me, "Do you get tickets?" From the
Yeah, my man, I knew it.
And let's just say this: I do definitely have.
And then we got,
connections.
we got a couple things in common. You played arena football. You kicked. I throw for your touchdowns, and I love baseball too.
Well, and that was part of the humor that we throw out there.
Right.
We talked a little bit about it. Tell everybody, give a little love to the kickers. How important is it to have a kicker in the indoor game? Is that as important as I would like to imagine? As important as the fans? It's exciting. It's high pressure, man. I'll never forget, because a lot of times these games are decided by 1 point, 2 points. And the kicker's coming in there. I'll never forget one time we decided to go for it. We'd had some bad luck and a couple bad snaps, and they said, we're going to go for
that's
2.
Amazing.
And then we missed.
That
Talk
is
about that for a
absolutely-
minute. How important is that? How important is it to have a good kicker on your team?
I'm trying to find it.
Trying to find. He's trying to find. Now he didn't say he's trying to find a reason for the kicker. He's trying to find his internet connection there as it keeps going out. I want to be very clear with everybody on that.
There we go.
I mean, can you hear me now, Donovan?
He lost.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. So the kicking game, I don't want to spend too much time on that because nobody really cares about the kicker. But is that an important part of the game? Is that something you go, yeah, man? I'll tell you what, we've won and lost a lot of games.
Absolutely.
With the kicker,
Yeah.
And that's definitely something that you need to have a good kicker on your team. And all right, so when it comes down to it, is you going, man? So you've got a couple good kickers trying out. You got I think a battle between a couple guys right now. Three guys. We'll let Coach. Am I on the list now again?
Well, before.
Oh, that'd be 4. Okay. I'm 48. Not to say that you can't kick at age 48, but with all I got going on, if in emergency purposes, maybe.
Hey, if you know.
But talk about a little bit more about the excitement within the game. A lot of people don't understand indoor football, but tell us the difference. Somebody who's played in the NFL and played with some NFL teams and playing in an arena. And how different is it? And I like to believe it's a little bit more exciting, actually. I mean, you get a lot of camaraderie. People get behind their team at the NFL level, and that's a little bit more of what I think it is. But as far as excitement and a game that has pure action, talk about the difference in the arena game for everybody.
Well, it's the pace of the game, the speed that we're seeing happen. Everything meaning, the same exact thing in the outdoor game, in the NFL game. It's just when somebody's blitzing me, they're literally 5 yards away. They don't have to come from, 20 yards, 15 away to, that linebacker is, basically a free man and can come. Outside of that, I just feel like a few of the rule changes in the game makes it exciting. Where I think scoring offense I've been on since playing was I think we averaged about 72 points a game. So you got to think about the the mental of that time. Going into a game where a team is averaging 2 points a game. So you got to be mentally tough. You got to be mentally outside of that. Man, the balls do not lose, man. It's super tough being huge, fast guys playing inside this, 28 by 50 yard ball, filled with the ball, So it brings its own level of difference. But I just think the pace of it, sometimes I got to throw off my back foot when I don't want to throw back, when I want to be square. But because of the timing of the route, how much space we working with, I got to get the ball out of my hand, and that comes with, like I said earlier, maturing the game and just knowing the guys that you're playing with. And outside of that, that's why I love the recruiting, because we get guys that can go and get it. They were going and getting it in the NFL, AFL, the CFL. And I think that's going to be the difference, man, that leadership that are not afraid of that wall and is going to go get it,
Well, we're looking forward to it, Coach.
Right,
we got a couple minutes left here. What should St. Louis expect? How big a deal is this when you've got players like Donovan coming to play for you?
Right.
And you've got the squad. You got to get the city behind you. You've been out in the community a ton already.
Yeah.
This is all coming together. Tell us what to expect here.
Well,
what can the fans expect?
Well, main thing, like I said, is is getting out in the community. Donovan knows that, and not just certain players, all players and the staff is getting out of the community, going to places, hospitals, schools, just getting in the community and doing fun things. Also with the with the kids and stuff. That's the most important thing. And when the fans see that, they we have good fans here. Like I said, they're very supportive of the Cardinals and Blues, and also you see what happened with the Battlehawks when they were here. So I think me being around a long time and understanding that's really a must do. Even when I was with teams in the past, we had a few teams that was in St. Louis. They didn't do that. They didn't get out in the community, and I think that's what hurt them.
Well, I understand that, and I realize, how big a part of the community is. If you can do the things that, and maybe this is why I'm so excited, or maybe I'm partaking, is if you can do things in the community.
Right.
The Cardinals have really tapped into their community. The Cardinals have really done a great job.
Most definitely.
The Blues now have done a great job. The Rams did a little bit, and then kind of the ownership made some decisions we felt there that a lot of us probably did not agree with.
Right.
But here we are, and the excitement's been brought because you got the Battlehawks, and there was a big question mark: were they going to be able to have the following? Because were people still upset because of what the Rams situation? But the Battlehawks, I think, proved that they're excited. There's nobody else they can watch next year. The Battlehawks are taking a year off.
Right.
Donovan, Coach, you guys tell me. How exciting is it going to be for our fans? Are they going to get their money's worth when you guys bring the football?
Absolutely, man. Hey, I'm excited. You just heard, man, you called it out yourself. We got about 16 guys. So that's guys that know what they're doing. I'm sure we're gonna have our ups and downs like any other. But hey, I know what I'm bringing to the table myself, the type of leadership, and I know that put it all together on the team's defense, and you're gonna get the complete product when you.
The complete product is what he said there. I think, Coach. You tell me. And I have to agree. I'm just looking. Ladies and gentlemen, you've probably heard me say this multiple times. But when it comes down to it, and when we're really looking at it, and to get on through it, right? when you have the biggest difference I think you're going to see with this team is the fact that you've got so many top-notch NFL, former NFL guys, and they're just going to be a great quality product on the field. You coached with the Rage when they were going to the championship, and they're putting 15,000, 16,000 fans in the stands.
Yeah.
All right, so here it is, man.
Yeah.
Tell one last sale as we finish up the show here. You got quarterback like Donovan. You've got running backs like Kendall Morris.
Todd Mays from OSU.
Tell them why we need to be so supportive here in St. Louis.
Well, I say being supportive, allow us to come out and show you, how serious this is and how dedicated that we're going to be. And, we're not going to be, and I get a question this all the time, we're going to be a 1 year, 2 year. No, we're not. We're going to continue, winning. We're going to continue competing. And there's a lot of good teams out there. So I know there's going to be some tough battles, and that's why I'm bringing in a quarterback like Donovan. I'm bringing in Keenan Mace, all the receivers, all my running backs in the National Football League. I'm bringing in a defensive line that has credentials. I'm bringing in guys that will be able to buy into what we're teaching, getting out in the community, want to be coached. I don't want to bring in players that don't want to be coached and just want to do their own thing. That's just not how football it should be. You see what the Battlehawks did. You see what the Cardinals and Blues are doing. Any professional sport, that's what you need. You need that type of around the organization. You need good people around the organization. So.
Well said, and I agree that if you're going to make it in this league, anywhere, any league, anywhere, it's got to be just run it at the level that is such. And I've seen other organizations in the past, other places around the world. We know when the leadership's not there, when the finances aren't there, the city's not behind it, that's when teams move on.
Yes, exactly.
But in this case, I know a little bit about what you got going on behind the scenes. I know some of the players, obviously, you've got on the squad. I know some of the leadership that you've got involved.
Right.
And, I have to advocate that if you're a fan of St. Louis and you love football, ladies and gentlemen, this is your opportunity to really be part of something I think there's going to be exciting.
It's going to be exciting.
I've been on all sides of it as a player, as a fan, and now helping out on the inside. It is just this is where your opportunity is to help St. Louis demonstrate that we are worthy of baseball. Obviously, we are worthy of football. Obviously, but we're also worthy of football. And we're going to show you got some connections with the Battlehawks. There's going to be some cross paths there a little bit to help each other a little bit. Yeah. The Ambush, some great ties there. We sat down with the owner there of the Ambush recently. All right, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring you back on here, Donovan. Let's give it out to everybody. What's going to be your first? How many touchdowns do you think you can tell me you're going to put on the board? I don't want to make you jinx you or nothing. I don't want you to feel like there's a ton of pressure here. But how many touchdowns can we expect week one when we come in, when you're on the field and our fans are packing the house? How are we going to do this?
Listen, all right, so I'm not going to tell you touchdowns we're going to score, but I will promise you that we're going to light it up. Two things that I do. I always say, let's get the first yard, get the first, everything else will fall into place. And we take care of it. But, hey, you know I'm looking to light it up. I just said we was averaging 72. I don't know what we're going to be the first game. Trust me, it's going to be fun, and it's going to be some great professionals as far as coaches and players. Great organization. Let's do this, St. Louis.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you've heard it from the starting quarterback for the St. Louis Bandits. Put him on a spot there. He knows how to deal with the press a little bit, I can tell also. Yeah. Good answer, Donovan. And, you know, I'm just excited when you've got the class, you got the clout, you got the configuration. Did I come up with a new catchphrase there? The 3 C's.
The 3 C's.
For the Cardinal Cowboy.
I like it.
The question is, do you have the kicker? And if you got the kicker, then I think you're all in good shape and you're going to make this exciting.
I love kickers. They hit my heart.
See, you say you love kickers.
I love kickers, man. Hit my heart.
Well, and I've been on both sides of when they loved the kicker and then when they hated the kicker.
Right after I do mine.
That's right. And they say to the kicker, "You got one job. You got one job." The quarterback is out there.
Coach, and I'm sure Coach Hunt can attest to this. Man, kickers have bailed me out a lot of times here, man. So I.
He's right.
Well, and that's good to hear because it's a team sport, and we want all the players on the field to contribute. Right. And I know times when I kicked. There was times when I kicked 4 field goals and we won 12-7. So,
wow.
And kicker can be, but I didn't do much other than my one job to kick the ball through the uprights, and I was 4 for 4. So hopefully you've got the whole team out there though, and you've got the running backs, the defensive backs, the offensive, and you know it's 8 men on the field, right?
Right.
And 8 men going each way on a little field. It's not half the size. Right. You know, it's tight.
50 yards.
50, but it is half the distance, and so still a packed house with lots because you got 8 guys versus 11. But you're effectively you've got what's that 3/4 as many people, but only half the field, the space to work with.
Right.
So it is intense and hardcore, and bumping and grinding. Donovan, are you going to bring it? You think you've got what it takes for this team, right?
Absolutely, man. And like I said, I'm bringing 9 years of experience with me. I've been doing it for a while. That's experience in the NFL, the AFL, IFL, the whole 9. So I've done it all. And just with the guys that, Coach Hunt and around me, I feel like the sky's the limit. So just got to prove.
Well, we appreciate you coming on the Cardinal Cowboy Show, Coach. Thanks again for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We're pretty excited about it. Things are getting rolling here.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
The training camp, thank you, Donovan. The training camp is starting here just in a few weeks.
No, around February.
Well,
late February.
8 weeks, 10 weeks, but not too far away. And maybe we'll have a little kids camp. I'm trying to put a bug in the ear here with Coach. I think that might help. I don't think he likes that.
We talked about that, yeah.
And have a kids camp out here, Donovan. Maybe get you to that camp too, and bring some of the excitement. Show this town
Absolutely.
That you guys care and that you want to be part of the community, and we'll do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks again. Donovan, thank you. Coach, thank
Appreciate you.
We will
Thanks,
be
Donovan.
talking to you
man.
all again soon. You're listening to the Cardinal Cowboy Show. Stay tuned for more excitement as we bring it right here. Thanks again, everybody.
This is the Cardinal Cowboy Show.
Giddy up!